Virgos. Just before we get started, I wanted to share with you about my new website that I just launched, PeggyRometo.com. And if you go to the tab that is labeled Get Dialed In, I want to share with you a new program that I've created. And it's all about getting your questions answered. It's all about you tapping into your intuition and doing it in a way that you can get your questions answered anytime, anywhere, under any conditions. So it's 20 years of my experience in this industry that I'm sharing with you in a very simple, practical, and accessible manner with exercises and fun things. So please check it out. I have a special pricing for you guys, and I hope you do. Okay, so let's get on with the reading. So for those of you that are Virgos, born August 23rd to September 22nd, what's in store for you for the month of March? Let's tune in and find out. So Virgos, you have this resilient energy, just this focus and this ability. I do feel like there's some sadness that's coming up. It could be that you just recently grieved the loss of a business, or you just retired. There just seems to be some change that has happened. Maybe you've left a community. I can really feel it in my throat. So for a lot of you, that grief is stuck in your throat. It could be that you've suffered the loss of a pet or a best friend, or actually somebody even passed away. So there's I just feel this grief that's there that is coming up in this weight. So what there is to do is honor it, right? Just honor it. And when you honor it, it allows you to actually process it and move through it. So there's nothing to hide from. There's nothing to run away from or be afraid of or be embarrassed about, but actually take time for yourself. Now, the wonderful thing about this is coinciding with Mercury being retrograde March 5th to March 28th. And that time period can be a really beautiful time to focus on you taking care of you revamping, redoing, recreating, regenerating, whatever it is that you want in your life for you. It's a perfect time. Things slow down. It's easier for you to be able to get these things done. Because, on the other side of that, we have the challenges with the retrograde, which are challenges in communication, challenges with computers, with phones, anything electronic, with our plumbing or our, refrigerators, things like that, batteries, all these crazy things that can kind of go on the fritz for us, as well as travel. There can be cancellations, there can be delays in communication as well as in travel, right? So we've got that side of it, and then we have this other rich side, and that's the side I want you to focus on, the rich side, taking care of you, enjoying the lull, enjoying slowing down, enjoying who's in your orbit, right? So this is a time for us to get acquainted, to be connected, to go deeper in our personal relationships, to reach back and connect to a friend that we haven't talked to for a while, right? So it's really about allowing us to slow down and regenerate ourselves and the people that we love. So that's what I'm feeling for you, Virgo. I really feel like you're in need of family or soul family, connections with them, and that's going to kind of build you up and open you up and keep you focused on what's positive for you. Now, some of you have some good things happening for you, and you're just lacking clarity about which way to go and what to do and how much and all of that. This month is a good month for you to kind of brainstorm and get through that, but don't act on it, right? The only time you want to act during a retrograde, if it's something that's already in play, something you made plans for that you've been wanting to do, and you've been talking about it, and now it seems like, okay, now it's here and I can do it, right? Or if it comes back around, right? If you tried to do a launch about something 6 months ago, or you tried to date somebody 6 months ago, and now you just find out they're single, call them. You don't need to wait because you know what you're dealing with, right? Or you're waiting on a certain house in a certain neighborhood, or on a wait list, and now you get the call. Go for it. Those things are all green light. You can do it. It's something that's brand new that comes in is where it gets frenetic and crazy, because we don't get to see the other side of it. We don't have all the information. Some of that information is withheld from us, right? It's like that shadow we can't completely see. When it shifts at the end of the month, the 28th, 29th, 30th, now it's like, oh, okay, now you have all the information. New information will come in that you didn't have if there was some. Then now you can make an informed decision. Okay, so let's look at romantic relationships. So if you're a Virgo in a romantic relationship, what does March hold for you? So I see your partner wanting to come in and support you. And they may not be equipped to support you. You know, it may be that it's more your job, not your job, but your way of you know, I'll take care of myself, right? It may be your protective mechanism. So, but I do see your partner right behind you wanting to support you. So what there is to do is there is a beautiful harmony, and when I look at it, when you open yourself up, there's this beautiful harmony between you and your partner, the synchronicity that happens, and things can really glow. You know, glow is a nice word, but I was going to say roll in a way that was unexpected for you. So in other words, maybe you were anticipating, you know, just a single, you know, a date night, right? And, you know, normally it looks like XYZ. But when you open yourself up to, you know what, I'm going to feel a little sexy tonight. I'm going to make a little extra effort tonight. I'm going to open myself up, open my heart to my partner and kind of see what happens. There's this nice, unexpected response that can happen, especially in the beginning of the month and especially around the full moon, March 20th. Now, here's the thing. This is not the time I would surprise my partner with anything, right? Because we have the retrograde and miscommunications can happen. They can go like, what? I told you I had to work tonight, you know? So there's disappointment. So just be aware, it's more an internal job with you. Have no expectations how they're going to respond. But if you're going out of your way to do something, make sure you double and triple check with them, because nobody likes to put a lot of effort into something and then have it fall flat on your face. So, but I just do see a real nice synergy with you and your loved one. Okay, so for those of you that are single, interested in romance, what's in store for you this month? So there's some excitement for you guys. I see groups, like a lot of group energy happening where you'll be invited into groups. Fun groups, easy conversation, which is really good because, and some of these feel like they may be old groups that you used to align with, and now you get to see them again. And the sparks may fly with people that you've known that you haven't seen in a while. So that can be exciting. So you may fall in love or make this really remarkable connection with somebody that you never thought of them like that before. And now all of a sudden it's like, woo, okay. So I do like that energy. And that's perfectly fine to act on as well, because you know them, you know, you've met them before, you've met them outside of the retrograde. So that's good. But lots of group energy. If it is somebody new that you've never met before, I would slow play it until, you know, March 30th or April 1st, just so that you don't get yourself involved in something that you're not aware of. There's also a new moon in Pisces, March 6th. And that new moon is a really nice moon. It's really creative. There's also a depth to it that can really open up your spirituality and really make you feel more connected to you and to what's available for you. And alongside of that, I see this kind of little bit of a shadow or a little bit of reminds me of Neptune energy that can kind of inappropriately color what we're seeing. So it's a little bit of like not sure if you're dealing with somebody who's straight with you. Can't really tell if they really mean what they say. This could be in the area of relationship. It could be in the area of business, right? So you want to be a little cautious that week out from March 6th about, you know, business and what you're dealing with and new people coming into your life. And just, you know, be a little wary, make them prove themselves a little bit. Make sure the actions, the words match the actions, okay? That's how you can really see, okay, they're following through. Are they doing what they say they're going to do, right? And if they're not, there may be something else going on. So there's this little bit of deception energy around in that first week, but I really feel moreover that this bright, shiny new moon in Pisces is going to overtake all that other energy, but it's still a little bit there. So just want you to have an awareness around it. Don't want you looking for it, but I just want you to have an awareness that could go on. But it's really more about this creation and this ability to have this deep spiritual connection for yourself. Okay, let's look at your money for Virgos. What's in store for you, money, financially wise? Well, I'm excited about this. There's some of you may be getting a lump sum, like just this lump sum coming in. It may be a payoff from a dividend. It may be a house that sells. It may be an estate situation. It may be a life insurance that you've been waiting on, or an insurance from a recovery from an accident or something else. But there's this big, giant boom right there, this payment that comes in that's really good. Now, I do feel like other people may have their hands in that pot as well. So it doesn't feel like a lottery or anything like that. This feels like something that is yours and has been meant for you. And it's not like you go out and buy a scratch card and it's kind of like found money. It doesn't feel like that. But to just see money, it could even be a bonus, right? It could be a bonus that is being paid late. So it could even be a bonus coming in for you. But big money coming in, big chunks of money. And whatever big chunks of money means to you, right? Okay, so let's look at your career for Virgos. So there's been some things that have been missing for you in your career, and I feel like you finally get it. So it could be that, there's, maybe you're looking to rent a certain property at a certain place and you haven't been able to get it and now it shows up and or you're trying to buy a certain home so that you can Airbnb it in a certain, and now that you finally found a home that doesn't have restrictions around it that you can Airbnb it. It's like that. There's like this missing link for something, a project or something you've been looking for, and that missing link comes in your career. It could even be that, you've been waiting for the new boss to come in or the transition to come with the company that's being sold and a new company's coming in. You've been waiting to hear, who bought it, right? And so you finally get that information. So this missing piece of information comes in for you that makes your career just better. It just feels like it's good news. It feels like it's solid and it provides roots. So whatever this is, this missing thing, it provides roots so you can really grow, make more money, and have things go well, and and then cash the crop. So I like it. All right, let's look at health for Virgos. I just feel like you may be a little run down, Virgo, whether you've got the sniffles, whether you're just tired, whatever that emotional thing was, that heaviness that I picked up at the beginning of the reading. I just feel like there's a weightedness there. And I also feel like it could be affecting your throat, whether it's something that you don't say. Virgos by nature tend to be more martyr oriented, meaning you tend just to do it yourself. You tend not to complain. You tend just to get it done, right? But that can create resentment or this attitude of, I always have to get stuck doing it, which is like resentment, right? But this martyrdom, like, I'll do it, just give it to me, I'll save the day. Neither of those energies are good because they weigh on you, right? And I really feel it in the throat. So just notice your perception of life, and it's okay to share in the work. It's okay to share your feelings and to find someplace safe to do that. But it can affect your health if you're the only one carrying the weight, if you're the one carrying the load and you don't have anybody to talk to. You don't want to isolate yourself. It's the worst thing you want to do. You want to find somebody that you can trust, that you can share, and that you can get your health back. And take it easy. Use this retrograde to get your energy back. If you need a few more hours of sleep, take them, right? Just be kind to yourself. And I feel like that's what this retrograde is doing. It's God's way of building things in, getting us to slow down, getting us to see what's important, which is ourselves and our connection to spirit, our connection to God. We have that beautiful new moon in Pisces that's going to help us, right? Really feel and open up to those spiritual energies and to our own intuitive abilities. So just enjoy it, right? Really go for it and not be afraid of it. To slow down is what I'm saying, Virgo, not to be afraid of slowing down, because a lot of the Virgos I know are just boom, Now, if you're somebody who's been a little bit depressed and you haven't been working as much, or you don't have a job, you don't have a career, go volunteer. Right? Go volunteer. Don't isolate. Don't stay alone, because that's going to give you more energy. right? It's the stagnation, the worry, the exhaustion, the tiredness. Even if you don't have anything going on, you can even feel just as exhausted as somebody who's working, a 18-hour workday, because the worries and you're covered up that way. So go then volunteer. Okay, let's see if there's a surprise for Virgos for this month. Yeah, I just see surprise friendships. I see surprise toasts, like people like toasting to you and people going, yes, I love you, and invitations that you haven't had in a while. So I see these invites coming in and having fun, and your job is be open. Be open to receive them. Don't be afraid to you make the invite, you make the first effort. Here's the thing about these readings. You want to make sure they're not designed for you to sit back and wait for it to happen. This is a co-creative space. It's your job. Is like, oh, well, I'm going to make the first move. I'm going to call a friend, right? And that creates the energy of synergy that gets it going, that maybe brings in 5 more invites for you in the month. But if you wouldn't have made that first phone call, you would have never got those 5 invites. So what I'm reading is the potential, right? Not the actual. So I'm reading the potential of what is possible for this large group of people called Virgos, right? With Virgo energy. So if you want that, if you want some socialization, pick up the phone and call somebody, text them, right? Or invite them. And that creates the energy. And now that potential can come to you, right? So just be aware that I just wanted to put that out there so that you realize that you have power over your domain. Okay. All right, Virgos, thank you so much for viewing and watching. I hope you'll go to my website, Peggy Rometo, and click on the Get Dialed In tab and sign up for the pre-launch special pricing and to read all about it and hear about it and trust your own intuition. All right, guys, lots of love to you. Have a great month. I look forward to connecting with you again next month.